Hey everybody, Brian Cannon here once again for another edition of OVWmania on Triple Threat Talk. This is on episode 111, and I'm going to start by talking about the latest edition of OVW television. It was filmed last Wednesday, August 7th at the Davis Arena. It was episode number 729, and I titled it over on OVWmania.blogspot.com, Happy Birthday Jamin, because it was indeed his birthday, and his birthday played into part of what happened last week. But we'll get into that in a couple moments. The show started off with a number one contenders match for the television title. Rudy Switchblade defeated Dylan Bostic by submission and will now face Flash Flanagan of the Marauders for the TV title on the next episode. Randy Royal came out next. He said that he had had enough of Tony Gunn, said that Tony's cost him his livelihood, that he's tried beating Tony like a dog. He said that the feud has to end tonight, that he has nothing left. He said he thought Tony was a friend, and he's gotten stabbed in the back by him. He said that he's now even having to live in the cab of his pickup because he doesn't have a home to go to. Then Tony Gunn comes out and says that he had to put his career on hold to help Royal come back from his heart attack. Said that he feels like he was the one that was stabbed in the back and that Randy's getting what he deserves. Royal says that he's just being jealous and said that he cost him his last shot at the OVW TV title at Saturday Night Special. Tony Gunn says that he might only have one arm, but he calls Randy Royal a wuss. Royal says that he doesn't care if he has to tie one arm, one leg, or stuff cotton in his ear behind him, that he wants Tony Gunn in the ring tonight. Tony says that although he's not 100%, he's 101% going to shove his fist down Royal's throat. So that set up our main event for the evening. Next up, Taylor Hendricks came out. She was supposed to take on one of the Blossoms and told him to figure it out. As the Blossoms are arguing, a voice comes on over the speakers, and it is the official debut of the Body Guy. He comes to the ring, and before he can disrobe, the Masked Assassin comes to the ring and takes out the Body Guy with a powerful clothesline to ruin his debut. Next up, Jay Bradley had a party set up for Jamin Olivencia. This is where the birthday thing comes in. He says first that he got another win under his belt by disqualification, beating Jamin at the Saturday Night Special. He has all the OVW ladies come out for the party, and then asks Jamin to come out and says, he's not ready to fight or anything like that. He doesn't have his wrist tape on. He doesn't have his boom sleeve. But he has Jamin come out. When he does, he's got Latin music playing. And then he has some different gifts from people that apparently know Jamin on the table set up at ringside. The first card he opens, which is addressed to Nacho Oliveras, has a monkey on the front of it, and he says that the card looks just like Jamin. It's short and hairy. And then on the inside it says that this gift is from his favorite server at Taco Bell, and there's a plate of nachos that goes with it. The next card has a riddle on it. It says, "Why did the birthday boy cross the road?" And then when he opens it up, it says, "To get across the border." And it has a green card in it, and he gives Jamin the green card and says, make sure he puts it in his wallet, because it's not like a library card where if you lose it, you can get more than one. And then the final gift is apparently from Jay Bradley. It has an 8x10 autograph picture of himself in it. And then it has the weapon that he had loaded his boomstick with at S&S that Jamin then exposed and used to hit Jay Bradley with, where he got disqualified. And Jay says, "Oh, wait, you've already got one of those. Here, let me see if I can find the receipt." He goes to hit Jamin, but Jamin ducks, fires back at Jay, and then a birthday cake that's on the table gets smashed in Jay Bradley's face by Jamin, and then Jamin gets in the ring with the ladies and celebrates, holding the title up high in the air. In the back, the Rockstar Spud and Ryan Howe, I think they're now going by a new tag team name of Double Platinum. But they're trying to talk to Tony Gunn, making sure that he definitely wants to go through with this match, which he says he does. He says he needs to get it taken care of. And then we see Randy Royal talking to Chris Sharp about how he's going to have his arm tied behind his back. And Sharp says they were going to be using a set of handcuffs. And Royal looks him over real good and says that he thinks he has a friend that has some like those. So he was clearly up to something at that point and walks out. The TV title was on the line. Flash Flanagan kept the television championship, defeating Eddie Diamond. They're supposed to have the first round of the second annual Nightmare Cup between the VIP Club and the current OVW Tag Team Champions, Muhammad Ali Vaez and Michael Hayes. But it ended in a no contest because the Marauders came out and attacked all of them, including the VIP Club. So I guess that match just got thrown out. I don't know if they'll try to redo it or if whoever wins the next match in the tournament will get a bye because of this. Jesse Goddard then comes out next after this, and he's still blaming Dean Hill for all his problems, for his losing streak, for having to wear the bunny suit, and basically goads him into a match for the next edition of OVW TV. So we will see Jesse Goddard versus Dean Hill. And then the final match of the evening was supposed to be Randy Royal and Tony Gunn. However, after Randy Royal was handcuffed, he actually had a key for the handcuffs in his mouth that he spit out and unlocked the handcuffs with, and then he locked Tony Gunn in the handcuffs around the ring post and basically beat the crap out of him with a steel chair. And that's how the night ended. For all the details and, of course, the other results from the dark matches and such, don't forget you can go to OVWmania.blogspot.com. I have all of that information there. I'm going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with a couple other things, events coming up, ways you can watch Old School and Saturday Night Special, some of the events that OVW has coming out, and what you can expect on the next edition of OVW Television.
Here we are. The world is ours.
Alright, so if you're watching on Triple Threat Talk, or if you visit my website, OVWmania.blogspot.com, and you say, man, these Saturday Night Specials or these events like Old School sound really cool, how can I watch them? Well, OVW finally has video on demand, and you can watch every Old School and every Saturday Night Special after they're uploaded online. I think the cost of them is like right at $10, and you can watch them anytime you want on your computer. You can go to WWNlive.com. That's WWNlive.com and go to the OVW section. As of right now, I believe they have the July Saturday Night Special and the first ever edition of Old School that happened first Sunday in August up for viewing now. But it's a way that OVW can A, make more money, but B, the viewers out there that would like to watch these shows, especially if you can't make it to the Davis Arena, can now watch them in the comfort of your own home on your computer. So it's a very cool thing. So make sure you check that out. As far as other upcoming events, if you are in the area and you'd like to come watch OVW, Sunday, August 18th, Homecoming 13. I believe Rob Conway and Nick Dinsmore are tag teaming that night. Friday, August 23rd. No Holds Barred. This is a special show. It's for adults only, 18 and over. And what's going to happen is Trailer Park Trash, Rip Rogers, Nick Dinsmore, and the OVW owner himself, Danny Davis, will be in the ring telling stories. And they said some of it could get a little explicit, so that's why it's an 18 and over show. But they'll be telling stories from their careers, things that happen backstage, on the road, that sort of thing. And it should be a real fun night for any of the fans out there that want to kind of take a trip down memory lane and find out some of the inside stuff that they might not have ever heard before. Of course, the TV tapings happen every Wednesday night, and then the next Saturday Night Special comes your way on Saturday, September 7th. So you might want to mark all those down on your calendar because they're coming pretty quick. I'd also like to give a thanks, as usual, to referee Chris Sharp, who continues to help me promote my website, and of course I in turn try to help promote everything at OVW, and of course things he does on his own too, like his really cool wrestling podcast that only kind of has to do with wrestling. And of course you can follow him on Facebook. You can find him at Package Chris Sharp, or on Twitter at ref Chris Sharp. That's ChrisSharpe. So you can follow him there. As for next week's edition of OVW TV, we already know that Flash Flanagan will be defending the OVW television title against Rudy Switchblade. Jesse Goddard's wrestling in the bunny suit. Is actually going one-on-one with the legendary voice of OVW, Dean Hill. And there was actually, I'm filming this late Tuesday night, August 13th. Officially, it's probably August 14th because it's after midnight. But OVW put out on Facebook tonight that there's going to be a big announcement regarding the OVW Femme Fatales, the ladies of OVW. So we got that going on as well. So it should be a good episode that I'll be talking about next week. A little bit later, not very much because that's usually the next thing after OVWs. They talk about WWE. I'll be back in just a moment to give my picks along with the Triple Threat Talk guys for SummerSlam, WWE's second biggest pay-per-view of the year that happens this Sunday. And until then, thanks for watching. I'll see you next week for OVWmania, and back to the studio.